Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon now. It's like noon. So I wanted to say hi. So this month in the group that you're in, in this group, the Healthy Happy Family group, I tried to make sure that I present something every week that has to do with keeping your family happy and healthy, because that is the goal that I have right now for all of us. And let me introduce myself. My name is Anastasia Aruz, if you're new to the group, and I am a child and family therapist, and I'm also working on doing some coaching. So today what I'm focusing on is technology and you, and helping you as the parent, right? And most of you guys are moms that are in here, and if there's any dads, if you're a dad, great too. So it's helping you come up with some kind of plan to manage your technology use. Now, I know we're always trying to manage our kids, but this is for you as well to help you manage yours. Now, first of all, let me say, and this is something I talk to kids a lot about with this, is that you have to think of your brain as a computer, right? Like we all have these computers in our head that are working constantly. And what a lot of these technology companies have figured out, and they know, is that they can change chemicals in our brain to make us more attracted to things on our screens. And so they do that all the time, and they're making a lot of money doing that. And so I really talk to the kids about teaching them how to kind of trick their brain to get it to stop. But it's almost impossible. It's really, really hard with all the marketing tools and all the things that the amount of money they spend to make sure that we stay so connected to every piece of technology that we have in our homes and at work. But I've come up with some ideas and some ways for you to kind of get away from it a little bit. So a couple of things that the reasons I think that us as parents continue to kind of be on it, even when we tell ourselves we need to stop, we need to get off of it, is one, we're doing so much and we're tired. And it's a great way to just chill and relax and just kind of scroll and look to see what people are doing, look to see what like famous people are doing and where they're going and fun trips they're taking, or what kind of clothes we want to buy, and just very mindless scrolling, because I think we're all very tired and we're overwhelmed. The other reason I think we get so sucked in is the marketing, like I just talked about. Our brains get so addicted because they purposely target things that we want to watch. And then also the chemical reaction that happens with our brain. We can't control it. I mean, there's these chemicals that keep saying, keep watching, keep watching, keep watching. And so we do. We just continue to watch and look and scroll and do all the things. So it's really, really hard for us as adults. So you can imagine as a child what that must be like. So the other thing is it's harder now. So like when most of us were growing up, so I grew up in the 80s, I'm older, but some of you grew up in the 90s or even in the 2000s. Things have changed drastically. So when we were young, we would sit down and watch TV, and you might watch a show during the day, like it would be one show, and then you'd have to wait till the next week to see the next show, right? And so if you wanted to continue watching TV, you'd have to find something else. And like when I was growing up, we'd have to look like any actual TV guide to look to see what was next or what would be on. And then we also, if you were younger than me, you'd go through the TV screen and kind of scroll to see what would be next. And even like when I was really little, I think probably when I was 6 or 7, you actually had to get up to change the channel. Can you imagine doing that now? So yeah, we don't have any of that anymore. So now we have all of these things at our fingertips. We can watch an entire series in 8 hours. So Netflix, Hulu, all of these are right at our fingertips. And we can literally sit down on a Saturday, turn on something and watch the entire series. And they put things on there that they know we're going to be highly addicted to, things that we're going to continue to want to watch over and over and over. And so we do. We sit there and we waste a ton of time watching a show, because here I'm going to go back to why we do it. We're tired and we're overwhelmed and we want a break. But what's happening is that it's not really helping us to have a break, because it's just keeping us wired to move to the next show, which is making then these people a lot of money, because as Americans, we just continue to buy into this by watching all the shows and all the things. So that's one reason TV is harder now. Computers, so I know a lot of us don't game, but maybe some of you do. And if you're a gamer and you enjoy it, one of the reasons that's more addictive now is because you can buy more lives. You can buy more worlds. And so like when I was growing up, and say I would play like Mario or something, when you die, and you have to start all over. And I remember playing with my brother, and I was terrible at it. And I would constantly die and have to go back to that first mushroom thing and click his head up. Do you guys remember that? I had to do that so many times, and I think that's why I don't like playing games now, because I would always die very quickly and have to start. But now no one dies. Once you die, you don't have to go to the beginning. You can kind of start where you are, or you can buy more lives. So that's another thing of why people get so addicted to the gaming. So if your husband's on there all the time, or your wife is on there all the time and you're wondering why, that's why, because it's highly addictive. They don't have to start all over. They can start from where they were, and then if they want, they can purchase something for $10 to even have more of whatever it is. And all these companies know this, right? They know our brain's a computer, and they know that they want this chemical to be released over and over, so we continue to spend the money, which is making them all very wealthy, right? So it's all marketing. It's all a scheme. So then my third thing I want to talk about is the phone. Another highly addictive thing, and we need it, right? So at this point, we need the phone because it has all our contacts. We take pictures with it. We do all of the things with it. So we have this highly addictive thing that we're carrying with us all the time. And I'm the same way, right? Like, I know all this, but I'll sit and scroll. Like, I'll be sitting here in my office. The next thing I know, I'm like looking on Instagram, and I should be typing up notes, right? So I'm not like completely not aware of what's happening, and I still do it. So yes, all of this stuff is out there, and I know it's really hard for us. So here are some ideas of things that you can do. And these are things that I have been doing probably like 6 months now, because of the fact that I am trying to be aware and more purposeful in my time. I really am trying to accomplish this goal of moving my career a different way. And so I can't waste time on the TV, the computer, or the phone. I have to move forward. And so that's my why, right? So the first thing, if you want to eliminate some of these tech addictions that you have, is know your why. Like, why do you want to stop? Is it for a personal goal? Like, you want to exercise more, you want to read a book, you want to accomplish something in your career, right? Maybe you want to change careers, or you want to learn something new, you want to go to school. Like, what is your why? Why would you want to stop with the tech? What is it that's going to make you want to stop? Once you know that why, that'll be really helpful, because it'll keep you motivated to stick with it, because again, it's hard. Okay, so that's the first thing, is to know your why. The second thing you can do is, once you know your why, set some timers on your devices. You can do this on your TV, you can do it on your computer, and you can do it on your phone. So set timers on there for yourself, so you're only on there like 15 minutes or 20 minutes or whatever it is. So then set your timers. You know your why, you set your timers. And then the third thing you do is put the screen time limits on your phone. Make sure that you have those limits on there. And then at the end of the week, look to see if it's improved on your phone. I don't know if we can do it with the TV, but you definitely can do it on your phone. So look to see if it's improved, and then see if it's working. And it probably will work. It definitely works for me when I'm paying attention to what I'm doing, and I use those limits and those timers. And then the last thing you can do is take off all the notifications. So when I first got my watch, like I have an Apple Watch, when I first got it, it would notify me of like emails, Instagram, Facebook, what else would it, anything, like weird things you wouldn't even know, and it's constantly, and I'm always looking at it. So I had to go into my phone and actually turn all that stuff off. So now I don't get really notifications for anything except phone calls, and that's only like because of emergencies. If something happens, I want to know with like a family member. But I don't get notifications or text message alerts or anything, not for like CNN, not for Facebook. So you can go in actually to your phone and take off all of those notifications. That will also help you with your putting your boundaries on your tech limits. So that's kind of what I wanted to share today, is really paying attention to your tech use if it's something you feel like you want to change, and knowing why you want to change it. So thinking about what it is that's going to motivate you to not sit in front of the TV all day Saturday and watch a show, or all day Sunday. Like, what is your why? Do you have any new goals you want to do for yourself? Are there things you want to improve in your life? Do you want to spend more time with your family? Is it more work related? So whatever it is, just know your why, and then put those other things in place that I talked about. All right, you guys, I hope you have a great day. Enjoy St. Patrick's Day. Have fun if you're doing anything good after work, and enjoy your kids. Have a great day. Bye.